We have a very sunny day today, and I'm gonna try the navigate on autopilot from the enhanced autopilot package, because I've done it in the rain and many of the time it was saying that navigate on autopilot can't work because of the poor weather conditions, and it was just a basic autopilot that you get free when you get a Tesla. I've been experimenting it to see if it's worth my 6,400 plus tax, and so far I gotta say what the basic autopilot does is just amazing. You know, I have navigate on autopilot on. We're gonna go to the Strathmore supercharger. I just want to see what kind of experience can we have with navigate on autopilot. I'm gonna pull out of this parking lot, gonna go straight for about 500 meters. I'm in Canada, so this is a Canadian testing. It's not US roads or anything. Let's see. No navigate on autopilot here on McLeod Trail, so I'm gonna indicate and take this exit. It is slowing down. I have the steering on now, so let's see how it does. Still doing a fantastic job, and we have a merge. Still no navigate on autopilot. I'm gonna take over full control so I can safely merge, and then once I merge I will enable the navigate on autopilot, or technically the autopilot. So what we get here right now, guys, is exactly what you get included with the Tesla purchase. This is not the enhanced autopilot doing any of the driving. This is simply the way I had my car before purchasing enhanced autopilot. The only time I can benefit from the enhanced autopilot right now is if I request a manual lane change. If I say, hey, change lanes to the left, it will do it. Okay, there we go. Navigate on autopilot is on. Finally, we have enhanced autopilot working. So upcoming lane change, it's vibrating the yoke, so I just kind of confirmed it by doing that, and now it is accelerating. I'm gonna set the speed a bit higher because we don't want to have people like getting upset behind us. And I'm still holding the yoke, and it's doing a great job. It's doing all the steering, it's doing all the acceleration this whole time. Autopilot is just amazing in general. I'm just wondering, how is it going to do at the merging? Is it actually going to merge? Maybe there are some settings that it will automatically change to the speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. I am not sure, but let's just see how it does. Entering Highway 2 north. It is still going 80. Let's see, it hits 100. Is it going to get 100? It still thinks it's 80, so we're going to increase it manually. Let's do 10% above, just to match with the flow. Let's see how it does. I honestly have to say that whatever the car is doing right now, excluding the lane change it wants to do, upcoming lane change it says, the normal autopilot will do, except the lane changes. So it says tap to cancel, but it's still not. Okay, now it wants it. Changing lanes to follow route. Use the turn signal to cancel. I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, so it did do it. Like, I didn't have to confirm it. Okay. Interesting. Now this car is going slower than our set speed. So Mad Max kicks in, and is it gonna do it? No, I still have to like kind of do something with the yoke for it to really do it. Now it's going to accelerate to the set speed. So that's nice. I mean, Mad Max kicked in and it did it. It's wanting to change lanes to there, but there's a slower traffic. So I don't know why it did that, but yeah, I guess we're gonna... I think if you're holding the yoke, it just automatically does the Mad Max changing lanes. Like, I feel like if I let go, that's... Now it wants to go to the left. There's a car in on our left. It is like going slower to let us in, but the car is refusing to do it. Okay, now it's doing it. I mean, this is not how I would be driving in this traffic. Now I'm going slower in the passing lane, and I had to get the person behind me to slow down in this passing lane. So, but it did it safely. Now it wants to go to the right. So we're gonna have a slower traffic ahead of us, and now it wants to go back into the passing lane. I'm just holding the yoke, and it did it. Make sure if you're using all this, guys, you're paying attention. Like, as soon as it starts changing lanes, I want to make sure everything's safe. space to go to the right. So it indicated. I'm just holding the yoke. I'm not doing any confirmation. By just me holding it, it is doing it. Seems like very slow traffic ahead of us. It needs a lane change. I'm holding it. Okay, so it did do it safely. There was a pickup truck coming quite fast behind us, but it did do it. I'll have this on so you guys can actually see what's happening behind us. I should have had that on the whole time. So it's going pretty slow than my set speed. I'm not sure why. And let's just see. I know everyone's getting upset at me right now, but it is doing it cautiously. I just wish it was gonna go faster. Okay, I think it's accelerating. Yes, it is. So I feel like it was showing like some sort of graph there for the other lane traffic. So I think it's taking really good cautious. I know people behind me were not happy with it probably because they were on the shoulder. But yeah, let's see. How is it gonna do here exiting towards 16th Ave North? So that truck is already in the shoulder.
Caution.
The car is indicating. And I don't know why they're going in the shoulder. Very impatient.
Red light camera.
Navigate ending in. So navigate on autopilot ended. So I'm gonna take over and I'm gonna merge. Don't want to upset them too much. So let's go here. So see here, we don't have enhanced autopilot until I indicate. So that was like the regular one, and then as soon as I indicate it right now, that's when we're benefiting from enhanced autopilot at all times, because this does not exist on the regular way. I'll indicate right now. Let's, whoa, okay. I mean, I know it was safe, but I just didn't expect immediately as soon as I indicate the car's like, let me just go in that lane. That scared me a little. But again, this is something that you gotta try to get comfortable. I mean, that red car wants to get in my lane, I think. Yep. And then at the time that I tried to do that, this van was oh, navigate on autopilot kicked back in. That is awesome. 46 kilometers, we're gonna go left. Okay, so we're on navigate autopilot right now. But again, as soon as I indicated and it just did that, like I don't know how to put it, like I want to make sure it's safe, and then the car's like, let me go in, and then next thing I see is this van going into the lane I intended to go. Wants to go to the left. There is a truck there. Being pretty generous. Okay. I mean, so far people are being so generous letting this this car get in here. Not sure what the speed limit here is. Is it? No one's going. Okay, now it wants to go to the right. That's the other thing. I just feel embarrassed a little bit. With enhanced autopilot, you don't get any of the traffic light stuff. So I'm going to
caution. Red light and speed camera.
Slow it down here. It wants to go to the left, and then it changed its mind because the navigate on autopilot ended. And I think it's possibly because there's a traffic light here. And maybe with FSD it wouldn't have ended. I'm not sure, but this is enhanced autopilot review, and I've never really experienced the FSD, and I just can't really afford to put $12,000-ish plus taxes. When I got enhanced autopilot, I kind of intended to keep it because I do have like a payment plan available with my credit card. Pretty much like financed at 0% for 6 months. That's like $1,000-ish every month on top of the car payment. And now it's free after that because I already got it. But then you realize you're not getting the full self-driving. You're getting something that in the future you still have to upgrade further. And then it comes down to like, how long do I keep the car? And it doesn't stick with my account. Still no navigate autopilot. This is just a normal autopilot. So this is the only time I'm accessing the enhanced autopilot, every time I ask for a lane change. So there's cars, they're probably not going to let us in. So I've indicated they're going. Oh, it wanted to do it and then it gave up. And it did it. There's the semi next to me, so I'm going to hold the yoke pretty tight and indicate. Let's see what it would do. Okay, so it knows there's a semi there. And let's see how it would do it. keeping an eye on it. Okay, it accelerated. Change the lane safely. This is a perfect highway for Navigate on Autopilot to work, but it's not working. At least here in Canada, it's not really doing much more than what the normal Autopilot does. And on like really bad rainy days, you could still use the normal Autopilot, but you can't use Navigate on Autopilot. Even if the route is enabled for Navigate on Autopilot, you still cannot use Navigate on Autopilot. The biggest benefit, I am not like having to end Autopilot in order to make a lane change. If I don't have enhanced Autopilot, this is what happens. So what I do is I just kind of disengage Autopilot like this. I still have the cruise control on, the traffic aware cruise control. Then I indicate, I make the lane change like this, and then I re-enable the Autopilot. That's how I do it. Whereas with enhanced Autopilot, if I want to go back to the right lane, I indicate and then it does it for me. I'm not going to use the auto park. I'm not going to use the summon as much. It's kind of like a thing to show what the future, like it's there. It's like a cool thing to show people that, hey, look, this is kind of where the future might be heading. But I'm not really gonna use it for it to actually come and pick me up. So here we are with enhanced Autopilot and just pretty much using the basic Autopilot that came with my Model X. You get the same thing without buying enhanced Autopilot, whatever we're doing right now. Even though I have enhanced Autopilot, it's going to behave like I have the regular Autopilot. It is not going to Mad Max this semi like the car behind me did. I have to do that myself. And I'm happy that Tesla does have a 48-hour refund policy, because there's no trial for FSD or EAP. But I gotta admit, guys, I did not buy EAP with the intent to get a refund. I bought it with the confidence that if not gonna provide me much, I could ask for a refund. Gonna ask the car to do a left lane change. This car is going much slower, so it is slowing down. That's a bag. I didn't avoid the bag, I think. Okay, it gave up. Oh, it doesn't know what to do. Because of the way that lines were, it did not know what to do. Interesting. Okay, see, that's something else we just figured out. The routes I take so far, it's very limited to benefit from Navigate on Autopilot. Let's see if the car will parallel park, well, not parallel, but like perpendicular park over here. So auto park. Let's see, where is it going to park? Gonna hold it, and it's going to park over here. Let's see. I think it's gonna go forward now because there's no way we'll pull it off. Yep, it's gonna go forward. Now it's gonna do that. It did park, looks like, pretty nicely. I mean, it's much closer to the driver's side than it is on the passenger side. And this update just, I think, arrived this afternoon, I'm not sure. But yesterday we didn't have any updates and it was behaving similarly. So it doesn't have any, like, the computer was upgraded like immediately to unlock EAP as soon as I bought it. Let's see if it will quickly park between two cars. So we're gonna go here, and oh boy, I must see, will it park in between these two cars? Will it? Oh, it wants me to tap to park. Let me just back up a little. Okay, hold to park. Let's see, what will it do? Oh, it's gonna try to park not in between them. Oh wow, that is, so it's parking, like it's picking the best open space, I think, to park. It's doing it. That's the most important thing. It's accomplishing what it wants. But how is it going to do it? Oh no, it's parking next to this truck. Perfect. But I tried to see if it would park between those two cars. Okay. And there you go, auto park complete. Let's look how it is. And since I'm not gonna supercharge, I think this is a perfect space to end this review. But this is how auto park ended up parking, guys. It is on the line on the front tire. I had a similar situation like this. My rear tire was also on the line. Somebody intentionally came up and parked so close to me that I couldn't get in from my driver's side. More like what this truck is like. But yeah, I mean, even the car followed what the other person did, like I did back in the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Let me know, guys, what do you think, and I'll see you guys next time.